Well, hi folks, welcome to my virtual campfire and to today's video. I appreciate you joining me. If you don't know, I have been around RVs most of my life, almost all my adult life. I've owned a campground. I've listened to some of the most interesting scams ever about how people get taken when buying or selling an RV. But recently, I heard a scenario that is so incredibly dishonest. I shouldn't be smiling. It is, I don't know, so bad that some RV dealers do to their customers, and the customers have no idea. None. And when you hear it, I'll bet you're going to think like me and say, those damn crooks. I'm going to let Scott Stonehill from PPL Motorhomes tell you about it. I was literally shocked when he told me how this scam works. And yes, it's about how some RV dealers may take your RV in on consignment. Oh, it's clever, very clever. And when you hear it, you're going to have a better understanding of why I am extremely selective about the RV dealers I work with, like PPL Motorhomes. And another reason why PPL is the only consignment RV dealer I do work with. Now, the scam is towards the end of today's video, but I think you're going to be glad to know how it works. So stick around. In terms of if I'm I don't know, living in Oregon, PPL doesn't have any place in Oregon yet. But if I lived Oregon or Vermont or anywhere around the country and I want to sell my RV and I want to price it out, what information does PPL need from me so you can give me some kind of from this to this is what you might be able to expect when we sell it here at one of our locations? What do you need from me?
Yeah, we'll basically ask you, just like any appraisal, we're going to ask you year, make, model. We're going to talk to you about the condition. We're going to talk to you about, if it's a motorhome, we're going to talk about mileage. We're going to talk about the age of the tires. We're going to talk about your maintenance history. We're going to get into a whole lot of detail about that unit so that we can give you a really accurate range of where we think that unit will sell. And I think that's what we do best. I really do. We have customers, buyers and sellers from all over the country. We're really a national name. When you think about our website, we get over 2 million unique visitors to our website every year. We get 100 million impressions to our website every year. I mean, we get the most leads, even though we do advertise in other web areas as far as, RV Trader, RV Universe, different places like that. Our number one source for leads is still our own website. That's how well known it is out there.
Well, the pictures you've got on your website are, I can just drool over many of these RVs. You got not 4 or 5 pictures, you got 25 pictures or more sometimes. Yeah. I mean, inside, outside, upside, downside, it's just all over the place. And they're accurate. They really present what the RV looks like. It's not like, hey, stand over there and cover up that dent while I take a picture of it. You don't do that.
We're so honest with everybody because we have so many customers that travel from out of state to buy from us. We'll do virtual tours on units. We'll do videos and send them to people, and we'll show them some of the flaws of these units. They're used. They're going to have some flaws. Anybody who buys something that's pre-owned has got to understand that nothing is perfect, and we're going to let you know before you travel 1,500 miles to buy this unit and pick it up. This is what we're going to represent it 100% the way it is on our lot, so that you're not surprised when you get there. I don't want somebody flying down to pick up a motorhome, paying for airline tickets, coming to the lot, and then something wasn't disclosed that should have been disclosed because we didn't show it to them. We're going to show you everything. If there's a scratch in the paint, I want you to know there's a scratch in the paint. If there's a tear in the driver's seat, I want you to know there's a tear in the driver's seat. And I'm mentioning cosmetic issues. We're not going to fix the cosmetic issues. We're pricing the units in the condition they are cosmetically. We are going to make sure that the appliances work. The items that we specify that are going to be working when you come to pick it up are going to be working when you come to pick it up.
Not all consignment agreements between a dealer and a owner are the same. How talk to me about them. how does PPL's agreement with me, a customer, a seller, differ from, dealer X over there that says, we'll take yours on a consignment? Why would I do business with PPL instead of dealer over there?
Well, I think number one, it's our core business. It's how we do everything. Our consignment business is everything that we are. It's the number one thing we do. You go to any other traditional dealership, and consignments are not the number one thing they do. It's usually the number 3 or 4 thing they do. They sell new, they sell used that they own, okay? And we have some owned inventory as well. We take trade-ins. We do buy some inventory if someone doesn't want to consign something. But our owned inventory is probably 10 to 15% of everything that's on our lot. 85 to 90% of what's on our lot is owned by someone else. It's owned by a seller. And so we got to do our best to represent that seller. And our goal is to get that unit turned as quickly as possible and for the highest price possible. And so that's our strategy. Our average turn is going to be about 70 days. And that's everything. Yeah, that's from the smallest travel trailer to high-priced diesel motorhomes. We're going to sell that unit within about 70 days on average. Some move faster than others, some take a little bit longer, but I think 70 days is a very good average in this market and in this climate to move a used piece. So chances are when you bring me your $200,000 motorhome, it's going to be out of your hands within a little over 2 months and maybe sooner. If you bring me your $10,000 travel trailer, it's going to be out of your hands probably a lot quicker right now because the demand on those is really good. And the price that you're going to receive for it is going to be really good right now because of the demand. We have a shortage of travel trailers. We need to get more. And so we're stepping up on what we feel it will bring in the market right now because that's what the market will bear.
When a dealer primarily focuses on new RVs, they've got some used, and they've got some consignment RVs. Isn't it true that oftentimes the dealer makes much more on selling a new RV than that consignment over there that they're going to make just a little bit of money on, so it doesn't get the love and the attention that it would at a place like PPL that they're all used? I mean, I think
when you look at how other dealers view consignments, they view consignments as an opportunity. You never know what they sold your unit for. They do what they call a net consignment, which means, let's say your $50,000 fifth wheel, and you want to get $50,000 for it, and so they put it out on their lot for $70,000, right? That's a $20,000 delta. And let's say that they sold it for $65,000, but they call you and ask you if you'd take 40.
Oh, really?
I promise you that happens.
Really?
That happens.
I believe it. I believe it. And so they're smoking it on the one end and on the other. They're making it on both sides. Wow.
They're making it on both sides.
And you don't know. I mean, at PPL, at least you know. I mean, you know exactly what the thing sells for, how much you're going to make.
I'm going to sell it for $70,000 and you're going to get 63 of it and I'm going to keep 7.
Wow. And there are people out there that are not cognizant, if you will, of how much the RV is really worth. They don't know it's worth more than what they're assuming. And you walk into a dealer like that and you can get your head cut off.
I want to make sure I say this properly. There are dealers out there that are very good and straight up and do the right thing. But I know dealers that will do that to you. And it's unfortunate that they're out there. One thing about PPL, 50 years of business, we want to make sure that we treat everyone ethically. We want to make sure that we treat everyone with integrity, and we want to be respectful of both the buyer and the seller, because I need both of them for my business. I've got to have both of them for my business. I've got to have buyers and sellers in order for me to do what we do. We cannot lose the trust of the public out there. And so we've operated with that in mind, that integrity, that culture of care. We do that every single day because it's so vital to our business that we do that. We can't afford to have someone thinking that we do things underhanded or that we're not as honest as we are. We need them to understand that we're going to conduct our business with the utmost above board and do it the right way every single time.
And that said, no one is perfect, not even PPL. But I'm telling you, in the sea of RV dealers out there, you at PPL are so above board. I mean, if you know something, you say it. And if you have a problem, you approach the problem and you try to find a solution. And that's why you've been around for half a century. And that's what I love about it. I speak with people often. Every week I'm talking to people that have purchased or sold their RV through PPL. And almost all of them say, I'll do it again. I mean, it's like, no question. When I want to sell, I'm going back to PPL. It was easy, quick, got my money. And so, I mean, you got a great reputation.
Well, we have thousands and thousands of customers out there that we've dealt with over the years. And again, our integrity means too much to us to not be that way. You can't stay in business for 50 years and not treat your customers correctly. You got to be above board all the time. And if we make a mistake, we're all human. If we make a mistake, we're going to own up to it and we're going to take care of it. That's just the way we are.
What a creative, totally dishonest way of a bad RV dealer screwing over a seller, and the seller would have no idea. None. I'll say like Scott said, that this is the exception for sure. But good Lord, it's RV dealers who pull stunts like that give all RV dealers a black eye. So tell me, if you look past the shock of how that scam works, don't you think it's clever? I think it is, and it's another reason I think that choosing the right RV dealer to do business with is so important. Something else with people struggling in today's economy, it wouldn't surprise me if we start hearing about more scams, maybe even more creative than the one we just heard about. On the bright side, though, when talking about consignment RV sales, I really do believe that PPL's business model, it's the most fair I have ever seen for both RV buyers and for sellers. They are totally above board, and I speak with their customers after the sale all the time who think like I do. They have a unique business model that is fair for everybody. Their website is on the screen right now. I hope that you'll check it out, and a link to them is also in the description down below. Let me know what you thought of this scam. I think it is amazing to see how some human beings work so hard to take advantage of others. Thanks to Scott Stonehill for sharing the info, and thanks to you for riding along with me today. The Wingman has got to get. I'll see you soon.